Good morning, my darlings. Welcome to a new vlog. Today is going to be a come shopping with me. We are heading into London very soon because there is a very exciting pop-up that I want to visit. The Glossier London pop-up in London is launching today, and naturally I have to be one of the first to go. So I thought I'd bring you along with me, and along the way I'm going to be sharing a few of my shopping tips and kind of retail psychology, little snippets of information, because when I mentioned, for example, the Apple retail psychology in my last vlog, you guys were so fascinated by that. I was talking about the little kind of tips and tricks that Apple do to make the products feel so much more ingrained in our lives, and that in turn make us buy more into the brand. I studied retail psychology at uni, and so many of you wanted to know more. Sorry about the lighting, and the sun has now completely gone. Yeah, but I thought I would share a load more of those kinds of tips in today's video while I go shopping, so it's not just going to be any old come shopping with me. I'm going to do a very quick get ready with me first, because we're heading to the Glossier pop-up. I thought I would do a little bit of a skincare favourites. I did an Instagram story this morning showing how my nails accidentally are absolutely matching the Glossier Future Dew. This is the last product that I put on my skin this morning. So let me tell you my routine so far. So I've cleansed my skin as normal. I use cleanser, toner, and then some days I will put on a serum, then a moisturiser. Can we just take a moment for the packaging of Glossier products? So they just look so adorable with this light pink branding. I love it. This is the Super Balance Serum. I find that if my skin, like at this time of year, starts to feel like it needs a little bit more nourishment, it needs a little bit more hydration, this has got hyaluronic acid in there as well as vitamins. It's got vitamin B5, and as you might be able to guess from the name, it really just gives your skin that like luminous kind of bouncy texture, which I love and I feel like my skin craves. Then we have got the priming moisturiser, and I have the rich version. So as you can see, it is a really lovely thick cream, and I find it just feels really pampering on my skin, and yet it doesn't leave it feeling tacky. It's perfect for popping on your makeup straight away. I guess that's why it's called the priming moisturiser. Today, however, because I'm going to be on camera and I just wanted a bit of a glow, because I feel like Glossier is all about that dewy, fresh skin look, I've put on Future Dew. This is one of their newer products. It's called an oil serum hybrid. To begin with, I was like, oh my goodness, do I really want an oil in my serum? Is it going to make my makeup not last as long? But the consistency of this is completely non-greasy. It has got oils in there which are really good for nourishing the skin, but it also has the feeling of a serum. So this is the very last thing that I popped on my skin this morning, and I would say it's kind of like, you know, when you put on your skincare and then when you're in the bathroom your skin just has the most gorgeous glow. Then after maybe 10 minutes while you drink your coffee, that glow disappears, which is such a shame. I feel like this leaves you with that glow all day long, so I am obsessed. I'm all about getting that really lovely natural glow. So that's the last product that I popped on my face. I'm now going to do my kind of normal everyday makeup. As you know, I like to keep it pretty natural, so cue the time lapse. Okay, so I'm just pausing the hype lapse for a second, because this is kind of the stage that I get to when I'm working from home or if I'm not really doing anything that day, and it's all about the glowy base. I don't have any highlight on at the moment. This is just natural glow, and seriously, I think it's down to this. I think this is my favourite beauty launch in years. I don't really get that excited. Well, I don't get overly excited about beauty launches, but when something really works and it gives me the skin or the skin effect that I love, then yeah, I get very excited indeed. Honestly, look at my nails. I did not even plan this, guys, and yet my nails are a perfect match. So as you saw, I used a little bit of the rosebalm.com on my lips, obviously super hydrating. It's one of those products, I think I mentioned in last week's vlog, that I just use everywhere, so I'll put the excess in my nails. You can even like, I get sideburns, so you can even like get them pushed out the way with this. Super multitasking. I used a little bit of the Glossier Stretch Concealer under my eyes just to brighten, and on my chin I feel like my foundation just never really stays put on my chin. And then without study use, obviously a little bit of boy brow. I feel like once my base and my brows are done, then I feel like myself, I'd quite happily leave the house like this and yeah, be done with it. But I'm going to put on just a little bit more. I'm going to pop on a bit of bronzer for a bit of colour and a little bit more blush on my cheeks, just so I feel a little bit more dolled up for a day of shopping. So let's get back to the Hyperlab. Okay darlings, I thought I would just finish the makeup look by showing you where I put on powder. And I'm not the biggest fan of powder because, as I have mentioned many times, I'm all about the glow. But there are certain places where firstly my makeup doesn't tend to last if I don't set it down. And also there are certain areas in your face which you just don't want to be glowing, because there is definitely a boundary between glowing and sweaty looking. So the areas that I like to powder, and I just use the lightest touch on a really small brush so I can be quite precise, on my chin, which I already did, on the sides of my nose. I don't want to be shiny on the sides of my nose. I don't mind having a little bit of a glow on the tip, and then I just kind of pat it, any excess under my eyes. That will help set that concealer. And then this area between my brows, I just tap a very small amount of product, and once again this will just help stop any shine, but while not preventing a really lovely glowing luminous base. So that's all the makeup I'm going to pop on. I'm going to quickly finish off my hair, get changed into my outfit of the day, and then I'll catch up with you shortly. This is what my makeup looks like in the daylight as opposed to my mirror lights, just so I would quickly show you so you can see it's still glowing. I will pop on a little bit of maybe a soft pink lip colour when I finish my hair, but I'm so happy with this overall look. You can really see the glow from the Future Dew shining through, and this will last all day long. So yes, very happy with this look. Okay darlings, it is about an hour later. I've just been doing a few emails downstairs. I feel like it's getting darker today instead of getting lighter. I decided to tie my hair back in a ponytail because I find when I'm wearing a high roll neck like this, it just doesn't hang nicely. So yeah, that's my justification. I've got a pink slip silk hair bobble in. My hair is really smooth at the moment since I had my Kerastase Physio treatment, so it just likes being up in a ponytail. I thought I would wear a kind of Glossier colour to celebrate the pop-up today, so I'm wearing my Tory Burch jumper, and then this skirt is probably my favourite thing to be wearing at the moment. I think it's really nice for both, you know, a day in town, and also it's quite smart as well. I do have a lovely lunch with Jo Malone London today, an event at their townhouse, so I feel like this is a good combination between smart and cash and event appropriate. Okay, not something I would normally show you, but I'm going to show you one of my style secrets. Basically, when I'm wearing a skirt like this, and obviously I'm wearing a thermal, obviously, sometimes you can get like lines on your bottom or around here where your thermal stops. So my top tip, I feel like maybe this is a bit predictable, but I have got shapewear on. Do you remember when I showed you my Heist shapewear? So it's basically, and I actually got the size bigger. So obviously shapewear is to contour your body, but I actually really like it to smooth down any lines, and at this time of year when I'm wearing thermals, I don't want to have the line from my thermals, so by wearing shapewear it basically means I don't get any of those lines, which is great. This is what it looks like outside. I don't know if you can see, but it's frosty, but it does look like it's going to be a blue sky day. So I am going to also wear my Dolce & Gabbana sunglasses. I feel like they just make the look a whole lot more bougie, because yeah, it is going to be sunny today. And then I might try my pink Kate Spade coat. Let's see how this looks. I absolutely love this. Oh my goodness. So yeah, I've popped on my beautiful coat. It's got faux fur around the neckline. This would be a really good one to keep your eyes peeled for in Black Friday, because Kate Spade nearly always do really good Black Friday deals. I've been just creating even more links for my Black Friday hub on the blog while I was downstairs earlier. I'm also going to have to take quite a big bag with me today because I've got to take my laptop with me. So this is my outfit of the day and it's time to go. So this is where my breakfast meeting is going to be. Balthazar is all dressed up like a little gingerbread house. How adorable is this? The whole of Covent Garden looks so festive. So here we are, nicely filled up with almond waffle. We have arrived at 13 to 14 Floral Street and it is the Glossier pop-up. It looks incredible from the outside. Let's go in and take a look. As you can see, it is all set out like different rooms, a little bit reminiscent of a members club, and all of these flowers on the wall have been hand drawn. So beautiful. There's even Glossier branding on the carpet. How fun is that? Oh my goodness, it's time to do some trying. So the store is going to work just like the LA store, where you can try products and then you speak to one of the girls, the editors, and they'll order it on their little iPad and then you collect it at the end. Oh my goodness, I need to top up. Do you know what? This is actually one product I've not tried before, the milky oils. I'm definitely going to add this to my wish list. There are so many little selfie corners with the Glossier branding, the Glossier G on the wall. As we make our way through, there's just little mirrors everywhere. So many Instagram opportunities. This is my fave. Future Dew. I'm definitely going to be picking up a top for this. I might get it for a few friends for Christmas as well, actually, because it's so good. This is the other product that I was showing you this morning. Ooh, some products here that I've not tried before. Brow Flip. Ooh, they have all the different balm.coms here. This one is my favorite, the Rose. I did not know they had a birthday one. It's actually my birthday on Sunday, so let's have a little look at this. That is amazing. It actually tastes like birthday cake. So there's quite a few products here that I've not tried before. This is the Wowder. I'm definitely going to have a little look and see which one would be my shade. Like I was showing you this morning when I used the Future Dew, I just like to put a little bit of this on my T-zone. And then these are the Night Shines. They're actually a little highlight, but I'm probably going to see what they look like on my eyelids. In fact, let's have a little play. So this is an exclusive product that you can get in the London store. It's the Glossier umbrella. Definitely want to get one of these. It's going to come in very handy. It's actually really bright in here, but the camera makes it look a little bit dark because of all these little glowing baubles. And it says here that £5 from every body sold is going to go to the Young Women's Trust. How lovely is that? So as well as so many of my favourites, there's also some products here that I didn't even know existed, and I'm also able to try some products which I've heard my friends raving about, like Invisible Shield. I'd never been able to try this in the flesh before, so I am excited to give that a go. Also the face mist, oh my goodness, this is absolutely gorgeous. I used this last night as well while I was pampering, and oh my goodness, this is an absolute dream. Definitely recommend picking up one of those. I feel like the prices are so good as well. That's £18. There's all the serums, the exfoliating solution, and this I'd not tried before. This is their zit stick. How fun is this packaging? back. It's like a London sky roof setting. As you can see, I've picked up my goodies, and there is the perfect little selfie mirror with Glossier on the wall. I feel like my outfit is just perfection for this pop-up. So I'm gonna take my selfie and make my way home. Just left the Glossier pop-up store. It's going to be there until February the 9th in case you are in the area coming to London to do some Christmas shopping. So good for Christmas shopping. There are so many things in there that I'm going to add to my personal Christmas and birthday wish list. I was very much matching the Glossier branding in my pink coat, but now I'm going to explore some of the other stores in Covent Garden. I will show you what I got from the Glossier store when we get home. But it was so beautiful, so many little Instagrammable spots. It is so festive in Covent Garden right now, so beautiful. So yeah, I'm just going to have a little mooch around some of the stores. There are some gorgeous little boutiques around here, and while I do that, I'm going to share with you some of the retail psychology tips that shops do in order to make you buy more in the stores. I think that's quite interesting and fun for you to pull out at Christmas dinner party chat. They're quite good little fun snippets of information to know. So let's go. So this is quite a simple little trick, but something that a lot of retailers do, and it's obviously really easy at this time of year, is to use reflective surfaces. So as you can see, these what could be described as quite boring looking bags, your eye is drawn to them because of the reflective surfaces that they're on. That is one tip that just helps to draw the eye, and especially if it's mirrored, people are naturally drawn to their own reflection. So any mirrored surfaces will also help to catch your eye. Let's see what else they're doing. People also love to look at like triangle and pyramid shapes. It's a really easy way of people seeing more of the merchandise and creating a bit of staggering. So you'll see a lot of triangle shapes in visual merchandising. Okay, here's something else that most retailers will do. As you can see, as you walk into the Mulberry store, there's this kind of bit of carpet on the floor. And I often say to people when I'm giving them like a quiz on retail psychology, I'm like, what do you think that carpet is for? Let me turn you around. And most people would naturally think that the carpet is there for your comfort, to make you feel more comfortable walking into the store, or maybe to clean your shoes. Well, actually it's not. So the reason why the carpet is there is because when people are walking down the street, your mind is in walking mode, whereas when you are in a shop, obviously the shop and the brand wants you to be in shopping mode. So by changing your environment as much as possible, aka the texture under your feet, you're no longer stomping along on concrete, because often inside the stores the ground is quite hard as well. So basically it's creating a new sensual experience. By providing carpet under your feet, you notice you're in a new environment. Often there will be like hot air blowers coming down on you as well. It's not for your comfort, it's not to make you warm, it's to make your body and mind realize more quickly that you're in a new environment. And that way, I had to change arms, getting a bit heavy, and that way retailers can bring the merchandise in the store closer to the door, because basically there's this area called the decompression zone or something along those lines, and it's basically the area within the store that it takes your mind the amount of time to realize you're in the store, if that makes sense. So say you walk into a store, it might take you 3 steps before your mind is in shopping mode and no longer in walking down the street mode. So if they can shorten those 3 steps to 2 steps, it means that they can put merchandise in that final meter of the store and therefore make more use out of their very valuable store space. So every meter definitely counts. They want to get in as much merchandise as possible, but if they put merchandise right by the door, you're going to walk past it because you're not in shopping mode yet, you're still in walking mode. It's quite hard to explain, but you will notice it next time you go shopping. So again, using Mulberry as the example here, you can see that there's like 3 meters between the store entrance and the merchandise. And by having this mat here, it helps to ensure that you realize that you're in a shop much sooner than if the mat wasn't there. So this is an interesting case study. Basically everything that normal stores do, retail psychology wise, Apple do the exact opposite. So like I said, most stores want to make you feel like you're in a store. They want to change your environment. They want you to realize quickly that you're in a retail space. Apple do the exact opposite. So you can see out here the floor is like this stone, and then inside it is very similar, if not identical. And then as you go in, I'm not going to actually go in because it might tell me off, but as you can see there are trees in the store. There's like daylight mimicking lights, and there's actually like an atrium over there, so it really does make you feel like the outdoors is indoors. Cute dog alert. That is because Apple want their products to feel so naturally and seamlessly integrated into your daily life that they don't even want you to think you're in a store. They just want you to feel like it's an extension of, you know, your environment and not like a retail space. And that's because they want the products to feel really naturally ingrained into your daily lifestyle. I find all of this sort of stuff so interesting, but if you want to know more about Apple, I did a real ramble about it in my last vlog where I was talking about the psychology of the box and how even the unboxing of an iPhone is done with psychology in mind to make you cherish your phone even more. It is absolutely fascinating. But when it's a billion-dollar business like Apple, and even all the retailers just around Covent Garden, like they've got to do all these little tricks to make themselves stand out from the crowd. Hello darlings, it's a little bit later now. If I look a bit different, it's because I've had my lash extensions topped up and I've done brow threading since I last saw you, but I've been to lunch at Jo Malone and now it's back to some Christmas shopping. So I've come to another store which nails it when it comes to kind of customer psychology and things like that. So I'm about to head in to Selfridges and I will show you a few more examples. So Christmas windows are always a really good example of the various tactics that retailers use. One that Selfridges is using here for the puffer jackets is the power of movement. So obviously these would be very not so eye-catching if they weren't moving, but movement as well as reflective surfaces helps to catch the eye. And what they will do in most stores is they won't have loads of products crammed into one window. They will try and keep it to one or maximum 2 messages per window because they don't want to confuse the customers. And most stores will also change their windows every 2 weeks because they find that that is the average time between each visit from a shopper. So you'll find that most shops change their windows at least every couple of weeks. Something that we might not notice in Selfridges but that a lot of retailers do, most retailers do, is actually offering baskets. And again, it might not seem like something that's that out of the ordinary, but the reason why they do this is because it makes you a lot more able to carry more things. And obviously if you're carrying more things, you're more likely to try more and you're more likely to buy more. So that is why most shops will offer you baskets. Gosh, I can't even find the door. Look at this. Gosh, Selfridges windows are always my favorite. Okay, we are in Selfridges. This is something else that's really interesting. So as you probably know, most of the time shirts and really nice cashmere jumpers and things like that will be presented so beautifully. Often they'll have card and paper in them, and yes, part of that reason is so that they look really beautifully presented, but another reason, which is really fascinating, is that if you pick it up and you ruin the display, you are 10 times more likely to take it into the fitting room than if it was not perfectly folded and didn't have tissue paper in it, because you feel so bad for ruining the display that you're like, oh my god, I need to take it with me, I need to take it into the changing room. So it's kind of to guilt trip you into trying stuff on, and the more stuff you try, the more stuff you buy. So I bet if we go over here, these will have tissue paper in them. Yeah, it's actually got card in it, so if I was to pick that up and then ruin the display, I'd be so guilty, I'd feel so guilty that I'd want to go and take it to try on. Okay, a kind of obvious tip, but something that I literally just fell for without even realizing, is merchandising together things that go well together. So for example, I just picked up this sequin skirt and I was like, what would I wear with it? Oh look, there's a perfect pink top right next to it. Yep, that'll do the trick. So naturally I'm taking both of them to the changing room. Obviously retailers want you to buy more than one thing when you go into the store. Often staff members are actually targeted on selling up to three or more items, and they get commission and bonuses the more you buy. So you'll often find with more premium stores that retail staff will offer you a pair of nude shoes, or a jumper to go with those jeans that you're trying. Basically get you to try on as many things as possible to end up buying the whole look. Okay, so obviously we're coming into this section from another part of the store as opposed to from the outside, but did you know 90% of us are more likely to turn right as soon as we enter a store than turn left, because the right hand side of our brain is more dominant, and retailers will actually plan your exact journey around the store, showing you things in the right order based on the journey that they know you're likely to take around the store. Sorry I'm facing away from you, by the way, it's because I know I'm definitely going to get told off if I start talking to the camera, and also it looks a little bit weird, whereas this is a little bit easier. So I'm just going to give you a tour of Selfridges. Well, while I chat to you. So another thing is you probably noticed that when you go into a store or nice stores, a member of staff might be like, "Hi, how are you?" Not, "Hi, can I help you?" because that gives you the opportunity to actually turn them down and say no. Whereas if they say, "How are you?" then it'd be really impolite of you to just ignore them. So it just engages you in conversation, and then once you've got that level of conversation, you're so much more likely to ask them for help, ask them for your size. It just makes you feel a little bit more relaxed in the store. But they should probably give you a good like 30 seconds of looking around before they speak to you, so as not to make you feel like you're being encroached upon. That's something that you'll notice most retailers doing. Oh, this is gorgeous. Oh my goodness. Once again, we have some perfectly folded things that I will feel so guilty if I unravel that I'll just have to go and try them. Ooh, Suzanne. Now, Suzanne is a beautiful store, and you can bet your bottom dollar that everything on this table is for sale, not just the clothing, because again, they want to maximize the amount of things you buy in the store. So many little details. It gives you a real kind of lifestyle element to the brand. Hello again, darlings. Back home again, feeling a little bit bedraggled. I always just feel a bit drained after a day in London, and today has been a long day. It's 6 o'clock. I don't know what I've done to my hair. Just put a video live, and I thought I would finish this vlog by showing you what I have picked up today. So yeah, last thing I shared with you was in Selfridges. I was sharing with you a few of the retail psychology tips. There are so many more, but I don't want to make this video super boring if you're not interested in that. Personally, I find it so interesting because every time I go shopping, I'm like, oh, they're doing that, and yeah, it's really good to know. I like to geek out with it. But let's talk. Oh, let's talk about Glossier. I feel like I'm a fangirl of the brand. You get obviously these gorgeous little pouches, and they're so good for taking with you on airplanes. I use them as little travel makeup bags. So handy. Could not resist obviously picking up a new boy brow, so I've topped up on that. This is another Future Dew, literally my favorite product ever. Haven't decided if I'm going to keep that for myself or give it to someone else for Christmas yet, but I thought it doesn't hurt to have another one. Milk Jelly Cleanser. I'm about to go and use this because I cannot wait to take my makeup off at the end of the day. This is something that one of the offline editors, that's what they're calling the ladies that work in the store, was recommending to me. This is, I think it's quite a new product called Bubble Wrap. It's called an eye and lip plumping cream, and the girls were saying that you can pop this on before your balm.com if you want to. It's basically a cream that helps to nourish and plump. You can put it on your lips and also under your eyes. A really good primer, or right now I just feel like my under eyes need a bit of a refresh because I had the tape on them to have my lash extensions put on. Lash Slick Mascara. I've heard so many people talking about this, and what I particularly love about this mascara is that the brush has these super fine bristles. Obviously where I've got my lash extensions in, I don't need a ton of mascara, and I mostly just like to use it on my bottom lashes, so I thought that mascara would be really good for that. And then lastly, a couple of the cloud paints. I tried the blush in the store. I tried the shade Puff, which I'm definitely adding to my wish list. I've got the shades Dawn and Haze here, and they're just so gorgeous, so flattering. They're still so dewy looking, which I absolutely love. So some really lovely products from Glossier. Definitely worth popping in if you are in the area, or even worth making a trip to London for, because it's not every day that you get to physically play with the Glossier products. Obviously you can get them online all the time, but yeah, that was a real treat. Then of course, actually let's go in order. So then I had my lunch with Jo Malone. It was hosted by Poppy Delavigne. She was telling us all about her Christmas plans and things like that. I have a gorgeous Jo Malone cracker here, and by the way, the Jo Malone townhouse smelt amazing. They had my favourite orange bitters scenting the whole place. It was a real scented spectacular, and the colours that they've gone for this year are these really beautiful jewel tones, very kind of opulent. It was themed of an old school kind of like Victorian Christmas. We have got the rose and magnolia body wash and a pomegranate noir candle. I feel like Jo Malone London, so many people discover it through gifting, and it is just such a lovely brand to find under your Christmas tree. You really can't go wrong with Jo Malone under the tree, so that's a really gorgeous gift. I have also in this bag got my Heist shapewear shorts, because I took them off in the taxi because I didn't want to lie in them while I was getting my lashes done. I wanted to be super comfy, so I took them off. Lol. Okay, and then Selfridges, I, as you saw, picked up the sparkly Topshop skirt and also the blouse that you will have seen a bit more clearly earlier on the hangers. I fell for their visual marketing. And then in Suzanne, never actually bought anything from them before, but I saw this jumper and I thought it was absolutely gorgeous. Love the plaited detail around the neckline. Might even pair that with the sequin skirt tomorrow to make it a little bit more casual. And the last thing to share with you is a delivery that just arrived from Net-a-Porter, and it is this absolutely stunning pair of Zimmermann shorts. So you may know that I have the white pair from last year, and I saw they brought out a new pair in a different material, so this hopefully won't crease quite as badly. These are the Zinnia high-waisted shorts. I went for a size 0, and I'm feeling very optimistic that Charlie and I are going to get to go on a little sunny holiday before the end of the year, and I thought I would treat myself to these, so they have arrived. Feels bonkers buying summer shorts as we move into winter, but I couldn't resist. So those are the goodies that I picked up today. I am now going to go and enjoy a really lovely facial cleansing. I'm going to take my milk jelly cleanser, might try doing it with the Foreo and see if I can really bubble up some of the pollution that is in my skin from a day in the city. So I'm going to end the vlog here. So darlings, thank you for watching. I'll see you very soon in the next one. Bye.